This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
What a Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast we have planned for you today. Do you know why? Because we lost it. Today was the best show we've had this week.
Well, if it's the best one we've had this week, that's
Holy
not bad.
smokes, what
We've
a
only
good
had
time.
3.
What
This
a
morning
good time.
got a little,
Yeah.
I don't want to say off the rails, because it wasn't off the rails.
Not at
but
all.
It took a turn quickly. And
We turned it over to the listeners, and they continue to not disappoint.
Absolutely. We've got great listeners.
Charity, please tell the story.
Why? You told it so well this morning.
Charity bought a brand new Christmas tree. And when you buy anything brand new in 2022, it comes with electronics. You
I
can't
love how
just-
you referred to our old Christmas
It
tree.
was an analog
It
Christmas
was.
tree.
We'd had it for 10 years, nothing fancy about it.
Right.
Just an artificial tree.
It was an unplugged, old, standalone tree which
Yes.
served no other purpose other than to be a Christmas tree.
Yes.
Adorned,
A loved.
sheltering presence.
Yes, it was loved very well for 10 years.
And then out comes electronics, and now you can buy trees that have flickering lights and flashing lights, which require a remote control fob. Charity lost her fob. And now, thankfully, it's stuck on the white lights.
So the tree we bought, I didn't even know I really wanted a tree with lights because we had everything, right? We
Right.
had lights at home. So it's like, okay, well,
Well, we have a tree with lights, but it doesn't have
if we
a
can
fob.
save a little money,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need a tree with lights, but this one was very pretty and it came with different settings. It comes with different settings. I don't want to talk about it in the past, but it has the colored lights you can have, and then it has a white light setting, and you can go between the two. It can flicker. You can change it up. So yeah, it came with not a remote, but a fob.
Right,
It's
so it's
no
not
bigger. It's
big.
about the size of like 2 toonies. Like and it's got one button and you just click through until you get the setting you want and
Right,
turns it on and off, which actually that was probably the biggest selling feature for us. We didn't have to unplug it every night.
Didn't have
We
to
could just
lean behind and unplug the tree.
Exactly. Click. It came on and off. And now we're back to plugging it back in.
When did you realize you had misplaced it?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday. For
Not quite
almost
a
week.
Yes.
Charity has done without.
I have had to climb behind the tree and unplug it, plug it back in. It's been on one setting, thankfully not one of the flashing settings, because, oh my God, I can't even imagine if it was on a flashing setting.
So much of this is good. Here's one of the things. One, she waited 5 days before you said anything
Before I told
to me.
you?
Yeah. So 5 days before she says anything. And then once I know that, I wasted little to no time getting it on the air.
Did I just tell you today?
No, I think you told me yesterday, and it
Yesterday?
just kind of
Okay.
germinated. Because I waited for you to I remember when you left yesterday, I said, text me when you find the fob.
You
I
were
wanna
very
know where it
confident. Because I had asked, because I asked for your help yesterday.
Right, the intervention of St. Anthony.
Yes,
Bring it in, because he
please.
finds everything. And I said to you before we went on the air this morning, if you haven't found it, there's a reason why. There's a greater purpose at play here. Because St. Anthony always answers out. It's finding stuff's easy. That's his
Okay.
job. He's got one job. Find stuff.
Fine stuff.
So now I know what that reason why is, because it wouldn't have allowed us the engagement of listeners. So people have been texting in. We got over 100 texts. I don't even know.
Do you want to know how many are on Facebook right now?
Yes, I do. How many people on Facebook?
At the time of this recording,
Yeah.
nearly 100
Yeah.
guesses.
Plus
as to where it
texts.
is.
Because here's what we've now done. If you had followed it, it started out with, where do you think it is? And then I'm just, ass-hatting around.
And then Mark ran with it. He wanted me to live stream.
We want to Facebook
FaceTime.
live stream you
Looking for it.
searching your house, because we all want to watch where you find
That's
it.
not going to happen.
And then we want to be able to yell to you and text on there, no, go
Nope.
check in the pantry.
Nope.
And then you would do whatever
As
we
I
tell you
said,
to
I
do.
have 3 quote unquote helpers at home. I don't need any more. But I appreciate the suggestion. I do.
Right, yeah.
A lot of them have been places I've already looked, but I will check again
Right?
because you have, through our show this morning, it has renewed me. It has inspired me. It has given me the
That's what I'm
zest
thinking. Yeah.
to really get in there and
And
look.
then I suggested psychic investigators. you could hire.
Which may be the course of action we take if I don't find it by the end of the week.
We may have to.
We might have to do that.
At the end of the show, there was a voicemail waiting for me from Police Chief Mike Callahan. He'll release a helicopter if we have to. We will send in
You
the
had
team.
me until there.
What else? Yeah, we got I think the woman's passed away, the creepy actress from Poltergeist. Your fob isn't here because it doesn't want to be found. She would freak me out if she came in. I would just throw the tree out at that point.
Honestly, we have tore apart
I believe it.
our living room.
How
I don't want to say
frustrating
our
is it,
house,
though, right? How
but our living
frustrating.
room, because we don't have a big house. And we were putting it on the top of our desk. We have a roll-up desk behind our couch. And we were putting it at the corner of that desk. Mm-hmm. And then last Thursday, I came home from work. I turned the tree on. Mm-hmm. And I remember I sat on the couch. And I am 95% sure.
Yeah.
I put it back on the desk.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, how long is it going to be until we lose this?
Yeah.
And now it's gone.
How did you turn the tree off that night then? If you turned
Unplugged
it on, you had to unplug it because you
Had
lost
to unplug it 'cause we
Is
couldn't
it
find the
possible
fob.
then? So you have a roll-up desk. It's one of those things.
Yep.
Is it not possible that it went in there and then when you opened it, it slid behind
looked.
the roll-up? Okay, so there's no way it got
We've
lodged
looked.
in
I've
there.
looked
Yeah.
in the drawers.
Of course you've looked. Why? Listen to me.
We
Of
tore
course you looked. Yeah.
we tore apart the couch, like to the point where Wayne lifted the couch up, and this is a pull-out couch.
Oh
this
my
isn't
gosh. Yeah.
So the man put his back into it, lifted the couch, found some other stuff under the couch, which was interesting.
Oh no.
Some things that we'd been looking for about. I've looked in the bathroom. I have looked in my fridge. I have looked in my bedroom. Not as good as what some of the people have suggested. So I am going to revisit that. I've looked at our key ring at the back door. I have checked my coats. My purse, someone suggested my purse, and I literally brought my purse in, and I said to you, I'm like, could you imagine if it's in here?
How good would it be if you pulled it out here?
Oh my God, it's not in my purse. But kept at the desk too are my kids' backpacks. And you mentioned Ben's hockey bag, and I would be very surprised if it's in the hockey bag. But backpacks, I will be checking tonight because I didn't
Yeah,
check
and
their
they would
backpacks.
never know.
But they're
It's
kept
just-
near the desk,
and they
and just
can
by
slide
chance.
under that little
Yep.
bottom thing.
I have two boys. Things get jostled.
Sure they
and
do.
get knocked off and knocked around. So who knows?
So here's what we've got for you on Facebook and by text. We want you to go to our Facebook page or text in at 613-962-0955 where you believe Charity will find the fob.
Yes, you're
'Cause
very
you'll find it
confident
today.
that I will find it. It's a lot of pressure, Mark.
We've got a pair of tickets to the Belleville Senators game Friday night against Laval to whoever guesses where the fob is. It is a can't miss. Just get
There
a
are
guess
so
in.
many people. I'm wondering if we're not going to have to do a hat. There are so many people who are guessing.
The thing is, I think it's going to be something so unique that only one person's going to get.
You
Like
think so?
it
Okay.
isn't in your robe pocket. Everybody said that.
That's the number one guess this
Yeah.
morning is my robe. I wear my robe every day. It's the first thing I put on in the
That's right.
morning.
Yeah.
I get up, I put my robe on. I will. There's got to be something I will do if it's in that pocket because I wear it every day. For me to go 5 days without feeling it in my pocket,
Yeah.
and for it to be there, I'm going to be incredibly
It's going to be
embarrassed.
somewhere incredibly unorthodox that you never would have.
But I think
ever
ridiculous
thought of.
at the same time.
Yeah.
I really think it's going to be in plain sight. It's going to be right
Oh my gosh.
there.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked you for help with St. Anthony. That's why.
Because it makes you crazy.
It does. It drives you crazy.
The 5 best answers I saw on, I think there were 5 because the purse was one of them, is it's in a slipper. See,
I should
possible.
check my slipper.
In a slipper.
All of them are
Go through all the pant pockets in your hamper.
Yes.
Yeah, hamper. That
Hamper
on
was
there.
another one.
What was one of the other ones I thought was really, really interesting? Oh, in the garbage.
That has crossed my mind.
I think
and I
recycle
am really, really hoping that didn't happen.
But it got picked up with something else, right? It wasn't thrown in the garbage. It was picked up with something else.
Possibly.
And then
people are saying
got tossed in the garbage.
My favorite is Mark put the boys up to hiding it to drive you nuts, and so he has.
So he'd have a bit on the air for a whole day.
Ronnie,
I'm not gonna
probably.
I'm not going to put that past me because part of me is pissed off I didn't come up with it. You know, so there's a little part of me wishes. You know what? Next year I'm going to hide more stuff on Charity.
Peter's sending me thoughts and prayers. Oh, Peter, you have no idea how funny that is.
Thoughts and
Thank
prayers
you.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Oh.
But yes, a few people did mention the garbage, and my fear is that somehow it did.
Yep. The other one was, where does your
garbage.
pet hoard their stuff?
See, my pets really don't hoard things.
And they also,
truly don't.
She also wouldn't have hopped up on that desk and taken it.
No, we have a cat who does her own thing. Quite honestly, she sleeps
Go over and
when
knock
she's
it
in the
over?
house.
No.
No, like she really can't be bothered.
Yeah.
To
She's a
interact.
cat.
Yeah,
She's a
she
cat.
sleeps and she goes outside. Our dog is very similar. She has her spot on her dog bed, and that's where she sleeps.
Yeah.
Or she's next to us on the couch. She's very good that way. She doesn't get into things. Even if it fell on the floor, she would not pick it up and carry it away. It would sit there and she'd be looking at it like, really? What is this?
I so wish you were going to Facebook Live this.
I am not.
I am
But you did
so
ask me to
curious.
film, if I find it,
Please do.
film where it was.
Yeah.
And I will do that. I'm not
Yeah.
taking you through my home.
Just leave it there, then start filming and say, look where I found it, and move aside.
Oh my God, you're not going to believe this.
And that's one of the other ones I thought was great, in a Kleenex box. Because what happens is sometimes you leave something and it falls in a Kleenex box, then you pull a tissue and what it does is it upsets it and it drops to the bottom of the box.
Absolutely, yeah.
Who would look at it? You can pick it up and shake it, you would hear. And
There's
wouldn't that be crazy?
so many nooks and crannies
That's
and
the
little
thing.
things
That's
that it
what's
could
so
fall in because
nuts.
it is so small.
Yep.
I'm going to have to put a tracking beaker on it too, if and when we do find
You're
it.
gonna
But
find
now
it.
that
You can
we
find
have
it today.
added the Senators tickets to the melee, to the foray, to the mess
Right.
of this,
Yeah.
I do feel quite a bit of pressure to find it by Friday.
And you should.
And I'm afraid
You
to
gotta
ask,
find it today.
what happens if I don't find it by Friday?
Well, there's just 2 empty seats of the game, and we'll know where those are because they'll be
Thanks,
panning the
thanks.
crowd, and
Thank
David
you,
Foote will be
thank
like,
you, Mark.
who are
That's
those
nice of
people?
you. They were the
those
ones that
seats?
were supposed
Yeah,
to
right.
go. No, if I can't find it, I'll go.
Okay.
But the pressure's on because I
look,
don't
there's
want
Mark
to
and Charity
disappoint.
at the hockey
I
game.
really don't want to disappoint people now.
I know.
Because if it gets thrown out with garbage, I'm never going to find it.
If you come in
It's
tomorrow
gonna be
morning
gone.
and you haven't found it yet, here's what's going to happen on the show tomorrow. We're going to send you home, and you're going to spend the entire show live looking for it. And listeners are going to text in, and I'm just going to give you locations that listeners are sending until
But
you find
I'm going
it.
to check these locations. I
Right?
have my
We're going to come up with
list.
new ones. There's no way it's outside, right? It's not outside.
There's no way it can be gone this long. And it is. So,
And be outside. Yeah.
St. Anthony, if the purpose
Please.
was to do this today, we're doing it. Now reveal it,
Now,
please.
please.
Please reveal
Have it in the middle of the coffee table
Yes.
when I get home.
Have it, yes, right there on the floor in front of me where I can't miss it. Please.
Can I ask the most obvious question? If
Sure.
you were to say to Wayne, do you know where the fob is? Would he say,
No.
yeah, does he know that you know you don't know where it
he's
is?
just as frustrated as I
Okay,
am
good.
because he goes to bed after me. So he's the one that turns the tree off. So he wants the remote back as much as I do. So yeah, well,
Okay.
even the kids, they're not as, I'd say, as frustrated, invested in
Yeah,
it. That's a good
in
word.
the search.
As Wayne and I are, but they would like it back too. Like Nathan's a color kid and Ben likes the white. So right now it's on white. So Ben's happy, but Nathan's kind of missing out
Yeah, and the
on
whole
the colored
purpose of
tree.
the tree was to enjoy all of that.
Exactly.
And
Not
it
the
comes
flickering.
down to the little fob. A couple of people put in there, if you contact the company, they'll send you
I'm
another
sure they
fob.
will.
Which, of course, as I point out, is not the point.
Exactly.
It's not the point.
That would
The
ruin
point
this
is
whole
not
bit.
getting a different fob. It's finding the darn fob.
Exactly. And even my hairdresser, she messaged me and said, if you did live stream it, which I am all for, the company may see it and send you like a free one, like a new one, even
exactly.
maybe a new tree.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, well, we could have 2 trees, but only 1 fob. I wonder if it would work for both.
And I know
because
you have
that would be
projects
nice.
going on in your house and you
Yes,
think
my
it's going
house
to be
is
a
tore
mess and
down.
everything, but then you get some other handy guys and gals will go, oh, she's painting. If you find the fob, I'll come paint your house. Like, this is going to work
Or
out
maybe
really
someone
well.
will see how messy my house is and offer to clean it, which would be amazing. I would love that.
I think you're exaggerating that like so much.
Oh, Mark.
But I just want to find out where the fob is.
You and me both.
Oh, this is so much fun.
It really is driving me crazy.
I know.
I have gone over in my head, like last Thursday, what was I doing last Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
How did my day go? What was I wearing? Where did I go? Where could it possibly be? And it is driving me mad.
Did you go to the arena?
Last Thursday, let me pull up my calendar
Arena?
here.
A meeting?
No,
Something that
Wayne would have gone to
required-
the arena if
Okay,
that was the
something that
case.
would have required a different coat you haven't worn since Thursday. That's
Last
a big
Thursday.
one with me.
Okay, I did that. We had teacher meetings.
Oh, no.
So,
no.
let me see. Last Thursday, I would have came home. I went to my mother-in-law's because I went and did my greenery.
Yeah.
And then I went to town to pick up the kids and do Ben's teacher meeting. Then I came home, I did supper, and I went back for Nathan's.
By now, you haven't touched the tree, though, right?
I would have turned the tree on when I first came home before I went to my mother. Oh, did I have it on? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, I did. I would have turned it on, but I wouldn't have left it on if I'd gone to my mother-in-law. So I must have turned it on when I came home after the kids.
And then you think you put it up on top. Yeah, see, there's something there. There's something there, Charity Brown. There is something there.
Oh my
You'll
God,
find
the great mystery of where this stupid fob went to.
But it's so good. It's engaged
And then
well
we're
over
going
200
to
listeners this morning.
Put either a locator on it or a friggin' magnet or something.
Yeah.
And it is going to sit
You're going to make a fob box.
Yes, a fob box. That is perfect.
A fob box. Little piece of Tupperware or something. It's the fob box. And if the fob box is ever empty, Santa's not coming. That's the rule. Fob has to be in the box at all times.
And yes, if it's missing, Santa's bringing
not
you
coming.
coal,
Santa's not coming.
and you're done.
We wish you all the best because we are literally hanging on the edge of our seats to find out where the fob is. And I'm sorry I made you wait to go do this podcast so you could go home and get at it because we can't wait.
Because I am just biting at the bit here to get home.
Please text me. Please text me. And if you haven't found it by 5, I'll come over. I'll come over tonight and help you look.
Oh my God.
Wayne and I, we will rip that house
honest
apart.
to God, I feel lightheaded and out of breath already. Already. Not just from looking, but the pressure that I now feel and the shame of it to come. I won't be able to come to work tomorrow unless I have it.
I can't wait. Oh, Jimmy Hollywood's the American Thanksgiving tomorrow, so Jimmy Hollywood's not here. What are we doing tomorrow? We're talking Macy's Santa Claus, the Macy's Santa Claus Parade.
Santa Claus Parade, yes. With him gone, how you can watch it, who's going to be in it,
all
the
that
whole
fun stuff.
Shebang.
Oh, that fun stuff. 3 football games tomorrow. I love the American Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
Lions at 12:30, Cowboys at 4:30. Then Minnesota plays my New England Patriots at night. Vikings are going to whack them bad.
Are you going to be able to stay up to watch it?
I'm going to stay up late, come in cranky because they lost, and you're going to say I didn't find the fob.
And you're going to kill me. You're going to be angry with me. You're going to lose it on the air.
Oh, my gosh.
And we're going to be done.
Oh, hey, did you hear Mark yell at Bambi? Like getting mad at Charity. Really, really, Mark. People around here get mad at me if I look at you sideways. Like I don't think I could ever.
Whatever. I just don't want to let you down. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let anyone down. So
do you know what I want? I want you to
rip my house apart this afternoon.
I want you not to find the fob today, so we can do this again tomorrow.
God, I don't know if I can take it.
It's like the Lotto Max jackpot. It's still going.
Oh my God.
It's still going. What can we add to the prize pack? All right,
God.
It's Belleville Senators ticket. And an oil change. And we just keep adding.
You know what? That would be funny if we did. If we just kept
keep adding
to it.
Until you find the fob.
Oh, my God.
Please get those texts in.
Someone will order me a fob themselves and drop it at my doorstep.
Maybe they will. That would be great. People drive up to your house to hit their fob. Your tree does something. They drive away because there's only so many codes, right?
Someone did message in. They wanted to know what kind of tree it was.
Exactly, because they've got one.
You guys are sneaky.
They are sneaky and diabolical. And I can't wait. Have a great day, okay?
Yeah, thanks,
Mark and
you
Charity
too.
Coffee Podcast. Wherever you get your favorite podcasts, here we are. Normally, we talk about something of interest on a podcast, just not today. Join us tomorrow at 95.5 Hits FM. Have a good one.